Hey there my fellow witches, Hazel here with the Magical Den channel. If you are a beginner and stepping into the path of paganism, Wicca, or witchcraft, or you simply being drawn down this path, then you have made it to the right channel where you will find helpful knowledge about the craft, its rituals, tips and tricks. In today's video we will be discussing one of the Sabbats in the Wheel of the Year. The next Sabbat is what we call Litha. As midsummer is celebrated on the day of the summer solstice, the longest day and shortest night of the solar year. This is the height of summer, when the days are warm and plentiful. Abundance can be found everywhere. The crops are in full growth as we get closer to the beginning of the harvest season, and the fields and forests are bursting with animal and plant life. The sun reaches its highest point, which means the days will now begin to grow shorter again until we reach the winter solstice at Yule. But there's no need to think about winter just now. Instead, we celebrate our place on this warm and lively side of the wheel. This is the time of the god's greatest power, whether we focus on the light and heat of his sun god aspect, his role as the green man, lush with thick foliage, or the horned god, strong and agile at the heart of the forest. There is a potent masculine energy to be tapped here, if we wish. At the same time, the goddess is in her mother aspect, as the generous earth yields abundant blessings of food, flowers, and striking natural beauty. We feel the love of this divine pair easily and often in these easy, breezy days of midsummer. Magical and medicinal herbs are said to be at the height of their power, and are traditionally gathered on this day to be dried and stored for use in the winter. Many people also feel the energies of the fairies at this time. When celebrating Litha, if there's one thing you should definitely put on your Litha to-do list, it's to get outdoors and enjoy the summer weather. Even if your actual ritual must be held inside, you can prepare yourself energetically by attuning with the sun's light ahead of time. It's ideal to spend some time by a river or other body of water, especially if it's a sunny day. Watch the sunrise and the sunset if you can. Many people like to stay up the whole night before in order to see the sun rise on its most powerful day. If the weather won't be fair on the solstice day itself, you can commune with nature the day before or after. But if you're experiencing a string of rainy days, don't fret, the sun is always there behind the clouds, and you can acknowledge that specifically in your ritual if you wish. Covens located near a coastline may meet at the shore for their Litha celebrations, in honor of the balance between the elements of fire and water. Rituals are ideally held outdoors, and groups may meet at sunrise on this day, or at solar noon, the point in the day when the sun is at its highest in the sky. One common ritual acts out the story of the battle between the Oak King and the Holly King. In some Wiccan traditions, these twin aspects of the sun god's annual journey take turns ruling the year. The Oak King, representing the light half of the year, reigns until the summer solstice, when he is cut down by the Holly King, who heralds in the beginning of the waning of the light. The ritual enactment serves as a reminder that there can be no light without the dark. It is the contrast between the two that makes each possible. Magic is, of course, always an appropriate part of Sabbat celebrations, but at Litha the energies available from the abundant natural world are particularly potent. Plug into these currents with spell work of your choosing. You may want to focus on goals related to love, beauty, friendship, healing, empowerment, or physical and magical energy, but all purposes are suitable at this time. If you work with the fairies, be sure to acknowledge their presence with offerings of food and/or drink. The height of summer is a great time to watch the subtle movements of the trees in the wind. You just may see a fairy face or two, or even the green man himself, among the leaves. If you grow your own herbs, or know how to recognize them in the wild, make a point of gathering a few on this day to use in magical teas, charms, and other workings. Making protective amulets is a popular magical tradition at this time. Wiccans and other pagans tie a trio of protective herbs together with cloth to carry or wear around the neck for the coming year. The amulet is charged over the midsummer bonfire. After the year is up, it is buried before a new one is made. Another type of amulet is made with the ashes of the Litha fire, carried in a pouch or kneaded into soft clay that is then baked in a kiln. Litha ashes also make great fertilizer for your garden. Be sure to incorporate the element of fire into your magic, whether with a large ritual bonfire or a few simple candles. If it's a cloudy day, light a candle first thing in the morning and leave it to burn until sunset. This is a good time for clearing and charging crystals and other magical tools by leaving them in sunlight for a few hours. Divination related to love and romance is also traditional at this time, as are rituals of rededication to the god and goddess. Thank you so much for listening. Always remember that knowledge is power. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you will be notified of the next upcoming video, and as always, brightest blessings to my fellow witches.